All right. Good morning, everybody. Get this live stream going. All right. I'm managing a few swing trades this morning. Airlines are up 20%. I'm trimming out of some of these. If I can get filled, and I'm filled on UAL and DAL. Amazon swings are also green. I'm going to take a trim on some of these. And I got to get this link out. Let's go. What a ripper. Hopefully my audio is working. Let's go. And PayPal's looking nice. Let me get Amazon up real quick. Ripper. All right. Trimming. Trimmed Amazon. 250s. Yay! Lots of trims at the open here this morning. All swing positions looking nice. Let's go. My God, Amazon is squeezing. Ah. All right. All right. Getting paid very nicely here on the Amazonians and the airlines. DAL and UAL both up 20%. Amazons are looking spicy. All right. Got stops in on all these positions. Let's go. All right, can I finally send my link out now? How to manage all these right at the open. Hopefully the audio's working. I gotta go double check these streams too. All right, let's go check these streams. All right, yeah, audio's working. We're good. All right, for the ones on X, if you could please like and repost the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. Is everyone in the premium Discord getting paid right now? Someone just said something about 50%. Oh, on CRM? What's CRM doing? Look at UAL. Look at American Airlines. Look at DAL. I sent these charts out yesterday on X for everybody. Premium Discord. So long in the calls. PayPal is ripping. What is CRM doing? Let's go see. CRM. I'm on Webull. I'm on my broker right now. Hold on. I can't find it. There it is. What's CRM doing? Oh, back to 272. Let's go. All right, airlines are moving up nicely for the call swings. Wee. SPY is ripping. I'll go check on DAL. right at the resistance. Nice. Took a trim on these for 20%. I didn't trim American Airlines. American Airlines is the lagger. Nice work on CRM. PayPal just hit 77. Let's see, how much are we up this morning? $600 holla. Let's go. With the Amazons and the airlines. Amazon was a huge ripper. All right. A lot of management at the freaking open. A lot more than I expected. I wasn't expecting that kind of ripper. CRM is squeezing. Look at that. Straight back up. Do watch that name. Let me if it can break back above that. All out? No. I trim profits. Dude, CRM, you piece of shit. CRM owes me like $300. Nice. Up 40% on the August calls for CRM. Nice work. Yeah, if it can reclaim this spot right up here. This is the zone on the larger time frame from top to bottom. It hit the bottom of the zone, back tested a trend line yesterday. And now it's just going back up near the top of the zone. So if it can break and reclaim that, I think it can start the nice move upside. Go to the weekly. You got a nice Morningstar reversal setting up here. So back tested the trend line. On the bottom side, still holding above the top. So around that 275, give or take a buck. Looks good. I think that looks very, very nice. UAL still pushing. Amazon, that squeezer candle at the freaking open. I think PayPal is going to continue to run to go hit that next target of 77.4 and then 80 bucks. The $76 call swings, been talking about them for a minute. Shared the charts. And then we took the trades in Discord. I mean, absolutely amazing. Yeah, here's the chart. This is where I took the entry for the calls. It's right here. Exit majority right up here, and then runners hit this level yesterday. If it continues above this, it's looking good. All right, spine cues. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's go look at the internals real quick. So Vol-D and Vol-DQ both opened up above the 0 line, both positive. VIX overnight gap down underneath this level of support. And the opening tick was 653. So usually that indicates chop or slower price action. It's almost trendy. You want to see like 7 to 800s, you know, around that to see trend. And opening tick was 653. So watch this downside on SPY and Qs. Qs looks a little bit weaker than SPY right here. Oh, airlines poppin'. Here we go. Are my American Airlines green now? Oh, all right. 30% on UAL. 25% on DAL. Apple calls are also still green. And American Airline calls just came back, and now they are pushing green. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more management here. Nice freaking pop on these airlines, baby. Boom. All three green. Let's go. All right. Screenshot, profit trim, boom. All right, here we go. Filled. Plus 30%, stop at entry. And send. DAL plus 25%. Stop at entry. And send. Amazon and Apple swings. Both green. Plus 20% this morning. Can move a stop to entry as well. All right. What a fun morning that was. Let's go. Swung the DAL $52 calls. Swung the UAL 90s. Swung American Airline 12s. American Airlines is always the lagger. Those barely they were red yesterday by like 15% when the other ones were pushing green. Then they just came back to entry this morning. Now they're pushing green. The other ones that were already green, now they're even more. So that's good. The Apple 220s for July, those were up 20%. And then the Amazon August calls were moving this morning for 20%. Took trims on everything. Someone said, boom, CRM. Is it still going? Yeah, it's looking good. Q's bounced right off the 90 MA in that trend line. Just watch that here. Oh, ho, UAL. What are you going to do? 40%. Ah! All right. I'm out majority of UAL calls here. 40%. Look, these were up 20% on that opening pop. Now they just doubled even more. Now they're up 40%. Boom, sent. Premium Discord. There you go. Let's go. I hope everyone listened to the charts yesterday on these names. They were glorious. What a move on airlines yesterday and then into today. Calls just continuing to pay. Nice job on CRM, guys, for the ones that were still in. I took the loss on it yesterday. I can turn my mic up. Yeah, absolutely. Should be a little bit better. Should be a little bit better there. All right, internal still positive. Looking nice. Let's go look at the heat map real quick. Oh, what a beautiful heat map in a sea of green. In a sea of green and AMD is red. AMD stands for a massive disappointment. AMD's, I gotta give credit to AMD. It's actually had a really good move on a larger time frame. AMD red, Home Depot red, Baba red. That's Coinbase red. Hood down 4%. Probably just taking a little bit of breather. Holy shit, UAL. Oh, someone said nice Apple calls. They still pushing here? Fuck yeah, man. Let's go. Look at that, right off that 210. How much are they up? We're in at 130. All right, UAL's pushing. These premiums are popping. Delta also just crossed over 30% on these calls. Apples, let's go from 130 to 180 here. Woo! All right, Apple calls also up 30%. UAL 45%. Delta 30%. It's just a banger. It's a banger of a day. All right. Where's Michelle? Someone tag Michelle in the premium Discord. Ask her if she's getting paid on Delta and United. All right, take a trim on the apples. UAL's about to be at 50. Holy shit. Daggum, we crushed it. Filled on UAL. Let's go. Amazon. Apple. UAL, DAL. God, is my American? Oh, American! Here we go. Americans are popping now. Now we're getting to. Look at American Airlines. Here we go, playing the catch-up game now. AAL, get these $12 in the monies. Come on, it's almost there. I'm gonna take a trim on American, just to de-risk a little bit. Lock in some of these gains. All right. Let's see what we got going on. What's my golden doodle barking at? All right. Just sent a bunch of updates on the freaking Discord. Oh my goodness gracious. Apple, Amazon, UAL, DAL, AAL. All of those are green this morning. Fantastic. All right. Absolutely fantastic. Ugh. Sub KCAL hasn't moved. Just did. Ba-boom. Would you get in on AL? We took these calls yesterday for a swing. We took July 18 calls on all 3 airline names. Someone said take a look at Lulu. Lulu looks good. I like this area where it's at. I have a little box drawn right here. I'm not sure why. Oh, it had a Morningstar reversal. Dude, when did I chart that? It had a Morningstar reversal on the daily. Look at that. Look at that. Is Lucid moving? LCID? Lucid? Heck yeah, that's a name right here for like commons for shares. This was a good one right here. It's getting a nice reversal. American Airlines popping up here. Nice. SPY Q still moving. All right. So getting this potential cup and handle breakout here on the airline. So as long as I don't get stopped out on the rest at entry, I'll swing that position going into next week. Looking fantastic. Looking absolutely fantastic. Look at Delta. New highs. Looking great. Sent all these charts out yesterday on X and in the free alert section in the Discord. Someone said look at Rivian ripping. Rivian, nice. Rivian's been a tough one this week, back and forth, just in the mid 13s. There goes PayPal. PayPal. It's about to hit next target. It's literally 2 cents away. It's on my Webull chart. What did I say? It's 77.36. That's what I have on the Webull chart. Damn, son. Holy bejeebus. We're up $750 right now. Woo! Alright, PayPal, $76 calls. They're freaking printing here. Let's go. Took my 40% on the airlines. Nice job. Hey, 40% is freaking amazing. That's fantastic. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Got data coming out in 3 minutes. Where do we dip by Apple for at? I mean, I've been long Apple for a minute. I'm just rolling into new trades on dips. I mean, 210 was a great spot. I'm looking for this move up to 214.57 and then to get the ripper to 221, hence why I'm in 220 calls. So, I mean, this is currently what I see on Apple. I think you have a little trend line right here. So, I would watch that. Dip back down to trend line, especially 210 area, I think would be a great spot. So, still looking for that move to 214.50s and then to enter into this big box right here for 221. Thanks, I don't trade them, so it's all on you for those gains. Nah, you took the trade, baby. I just lay out the freaking game plan, the charts, thesis, and share my ideas. You push the buttons. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, got data coming out, I believe in about 20 seconds. And then after this, I'm going to send some updates, and then we're going to start jumping into a few things. All right, see what happens here at the 10 a.m. candle. I'm going to send this update in just a few. Where's Michelle? Where is Michelle? I'm tagging Michelle in the premium Discord. Come on, Michelle. There she is, Michelle. Did you trim some airlines, Michelle? Ah. Apple just made a briefly new high day right there. Q's is ripping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. The spread on Lulu's wild. Let's go. Great work, Michelle. Got paid. Great job, Michelle. Alright. I had to make sure Michelle was getting paid this morning. We were talking about these airlines yesterday. And bouncing some ideas back and forth in the Discord for these trades. Airlines with a beautiful move this morning. Beautiful continuation upside after the move yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. All those names well up over 2% this morning at the highs. UAL is still up there. American Airlines right at it. SPY pushing higher. Q's with the ripper. Google went red this morning. IWM, I think, has been the freaking leader. This thing has absolutely been cruising. Tesla's fighting here to stay green. Datadog, shout out to Gladiator, one of our new analysts in the Discord, one of our swing trade analysts. I mean, these, they're up the January 130s for 2026. He alerted these at 12.5. And they're at 30, so $1,200 per contract. They are now sitting at $3,000 per contract. I tailed him on these ones, and then I've already closed. And then prior to this, I wasn't in these ones for this move because they were already up nicely. I took the 130s, but closer expiration too, for September, and those were at $700. And those 130s are now at $2,500. I actually got to do... I'm actually going to put that in the Discord right now just to do an update on those ones. Q's is flying. Everly's on some shit out there this morning. Okay. Texting back. Uncle Frank. right now in the group chat. If you guys aren't following Frank, make sure you're following Uncle Frank. And when he's ever on Spaces, make sure you're taking note of things that he's talking about. Absolutely GOAT. Dude, Spine Qs are on one right now. Another thing too, when Valdi and Valdi Q open up very positive over the zero line, it's very hard to think to even try to go short. I don't like going short when Valdi and Valdi Q are opening up positive and they're moving up higher. It's been an amazing addition to my overall thesis for like the day. Whenever I'm looking to trade Spine QQQ, if it's trending above the zero line, it's only looking at calls. It's not really looking to go short for the first, little bit of the day. And I mean, this morning again, both opened up positive, well above the zero line, and just continuing to cruise higher. And then look at Spine QQQ, every 5-minute candle, just higher, higher, higher. Absolutely amazing. Uncle Frank is the bomb. Uncle Frank is the bomb. Dude's got freaking more market experience than anybody else that I know. I mean, you want to talk about someone who's a professional to learn from. That's definitely one of the best right there. Want to see these AALs pop up real quick and go get these in the money. These $12 calls. PayPal flagging right at that level. That's going to be 100% trade. Let me go do an update real quick on the airlines. Dude, I sent all 3 charts yesterday, man. All 3 charts. All 3. If you're in the premium Discord, post the freaking gains. Post the gains. I want to see them. Need to see those gains. Everly's screaming outside my door. She's got her butt smacked and she's like, I got a boo-boo. Casey gonna have to soundproof his office at his new house, you best believe. Casey making fun of his kids always has me dead. Alright, just posted the update for the airlines and the free alert section in the Discord. And the video is ripping here, about to go to 160. I might have to start trimming out some of these freaking shares, these commons. In the free alert section. And if you're on X, if you go to my most recent post on X, I would actually know everybody that is watching this stream right here on X. Go to my most recent post, okay, that I just put on here, okay? Look at the screenshots right here. Talking about the ones this morning, right here, right? There's UAL, that's 45% right now, 45.95%. You're going to see Delta, the $52 calls right there, up 31%. All right, you're going to see the alert in the premium Discord yesterday. We're at 10:58 in the morning. I was watching all three of those names for call swings. And then I sent the alert at 11:12 yesterday. All right, I quoted the tweet from yesterday as well. All three of those names on the larger time frames were showing weekly Morningstar reversals, very strong on the daily for the trend that they were having yesterday, and then looking for a bigger breakout. This is just the start of these names, and they're already up very nicely. So I'm looking for more. Absolutely looking for more. But if you looked at those charts, I mean, you absolutely got paid. These were amazing. My Nvidia share is up 65%. Amazon shares up 25%. That's actually my largest position right now is Amazon shares. Delta Airlines might have just popped because my premiums just popped. Yeah, just briefly new high day right there. See, this is just the start of the breakout, so I'm looking for these names to hold. Dude, Q's and SPY, freaking ripping, just calls, longs. Let's go, dolls. 4% on the portfolio. Let's go for the day. 24% for the week. Let's go. Purple Haze. Man, what a great week. Absolutely a great week. Valdi is dropping now. Is Valdi dropping? I mean, it's pulling back. Yeah. Tick is also going lower right here. So you're probably getting a little toppy on SPY. The thing is, we're at all-time highs, so you don't really have any levels of resistance above. So VolDQ is still ripping. VIX kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders that's setting up. So you potentially have some... And Q's looks a lot stronger than SPY, and VolDQ is definitely ripping. So you have a little bit of divergence between SPY and QQQ. Dude, Ray in the Discord, portfolio up 40% this week. Oh my god, dude. When I'm posting on X saying that this was like one of the best weeks and we've had an amazing week, I'm not freaking lying. Holy shit, we've had a great week. Yeah, watch that short right here. I like the inverse head and shoulders on VIX. Tick is right at the zero line. If it can get underneath the zero line, VolD continues to drop. VIX plays out this inverse head and shoulders to pop it back up here to the upside. You want to see SPY pull a little bit lower. I mean, it's absolutely fighting the trend, but it is overextended a little bit. Would like to see it retest, obviously, before it continues higher. Risk to reward for a short doesn't look bad. I actually don't mind taking this on the small account, to be honest with you. Spy Poots. Let's see what we got. I don't want to do 0 DTEs. Those are going to be a little... Those would be a little crazy. Hold on. Delta's popping. I gotta trim out some of these and get this going. Qs, if this 5 minute closes underneath 555.75, I like it for a short. It's gonna set an evening star up here at the highs. Again, we are looking a little bit overextended here. I like it. All right. Trim DAL, 42%. Sending that out right now. Still watching this short right up here on SPY and Qs. All right. Go, send, send, send. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take a short on Qs. At the 555 for DTEs. For SPY, also 4 DTEs. The 624s aren't bad. They're at $1.85. We got 2 minutes left on this candle close. Want to see right here. Candle close. Either right there or right underneath of it. And I'm going to take this short on QQQ. Getting the alert set up right now. This QQQ 555s for July 7th or the SPY 624s for July 7th. Got the alert set, got the contracts pulled up. One's at 180, one's at 190. And I sent Delta. That was a beautiful freaking ripper. Don't do it, case we're too bulled up. I agree. We are absolutely ripping. I would love a retest before we go higher. And it's only if the evening star sets up. It's holding, look. I mean, it's bouncing off it perfectly. There's 55 seconds left. So if it doesn't set up right here, I got to wait. I mean, look at Vol DQ. It's still ripping, absolutely. Just want to see if this inverse head and shoulders pops VIX up, goes and just fills that little gap. Just pops up here and just takes SPY just down a little bit to retest for Qs, just to break underneath that level right here and just retest. That's the only way. But the candle's about to close in 20 seconds. And no signal just yet, so not just yet. But I do have the alert ready to go once it sets up, if it does. Where's American Airlines? Come on, just rip the 12. I think if you draw on your chart, it helps. You gotta draw on your chart. If you draw on your chart, it helps. And then put a magnet up here. Oh, how do I turn this? I want to turn, there we go. There we go. I think this helps. I think this helps. Spy calls was to play. Everything calls was to play. Are those Apple calls? Let me see. That order say 8 million? Holy bejeebus. Someone said Nvidia's doing it. Is it over 160 yet? Over 160! 160 on Nvidia. Holy shias. Two things I learned from trading NQ: don't play shorts on the holidays and half days. I agree with just not trading SPY or QQQ at all on holidays and half days. All right, so candle closed above, still pushing higher. VIX is still kind of creeping up higher here. It's not really dropping. So still watching to see if we can break underneath this spot right here on SPY and Qs to give a little bit of a retest. So this is insane. That's what the magnet's for, right? Gotta draw the magnet on the chart. You draw the magnet on the chart, it goes to it. Look, new high a day, American Airlines. Come on. Go. It's gonna work. It will work. This is like one of the best trading strategies of all time right here. $0.08 away. Come on, American Airlines. Do it. Do it. All right, took a trim there. VIX still creeping up higher. Vol D still holding those well. The tick is holding the zero line too, so you have a lot of divergences. Uh-oh. Gladiator just sent something. Holy bejeebus. Look at what Gladiator just sent for his day trade lotto. Oh my god. I mean, it looks crazy. Nvidia! Oh my goodness. When do I take profit on some of these Nvidias? This is insane. NVIDIA, holy shit. Like, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. When Rivian 15? Oh, Tesla. Bye-bye. Tesla just died. Tesla just said yeet. All right. Airlines still holding up around 45%. On UAL and DAL. Still waiting for a little more before I start managing a little bit more of those. Freaking NVIDIA. Absolutely insane. Dude, NVIDIA shares about to be 70%. That's freaking wild. Look at Tesla. Dying. Watch CRM. CRM printed a 10-minute reversal. It's holding this little flag for upside. It's testing back at the top of the 4-hour resistance. It's looking good. It might do it. It might do it. Apple just chilling near the high. PayPal. Dude, I'm telling you, my levels freaking work. Look at PayPal, watch. 7.36. To the penny. To the penny. To the penny. Apple, or not Apple, SPY, still cruising up. Q's still holding, chilling up here near the highs. No, American Airlines. No red candles are allowed. Not until you go to 12. Not until you go to 12. What is that for? Oh, Oscar? Yeah, that's a good thing about owning Oscar and like owning Rivian. Around these prices and being able to sell cash secured puts and covered calls on them. That's freaking just easy money. Just let your shares either go up a little bit, go down a little bit, whatever, but then just collect that premium in the back half. Up 53% on CRM 280s. Great freaking work, Jax. Absolutely love this community. Thank you, Casey Trades. Thank you all. Oh my goodness. Let's go. What is that? Your account went from 25,000 to 66,000? Dude. What was that over the last year? Made 40 grand trading? Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. Great work, Carlos. Yes, I will check DMs after the live stream today. I'll be able to help you out. Yeah, that's insane. Great work. Absolutely great work. Hope that we can progress day by day. Looking forward to next week. Next week's going to be... This week was amazing. Next week's going to be amazing. All right, so... let's see what we got going on here real quick. All right, I'm about to start this educational little session real quick for the next hour. So we got 1.6K people in here. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to ask you to do 2 things real quick before we start. Number 1, if you're on X, like and repost the stream. More people can find it later. Okay, it's recorded. They can't attend this live. They can watch this session later on. So if you're on X, go to my profile, scroll down, hit the live, whatever it is, and like and repost the stream right now. Number 2, the airlines one, like and repost that. When I start seeing some like and repost on those 2 things right here, we're going to go ahead and get started. So that's all that I ask. It's free to do it. It's free to like and repost those things. So all I ask is you go do that, and we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a few. Here comes Apple, up to my level, right in the zone. Let me go check these calls. Apple calls are at 180 from 130, up $50 per contract gain on the 220s for July 18. All right. My kids are losing their mind this morning out in the living room right now over some snacks. All right, here we go. Q's looking a little bit weaker than SPY right here. Coming back down to that area. If that breaks, still got these puts on watch for underneath that area right there. 10-minute, looking a little rough on the Q's. So it's only halfway through this candle, so we'll see how this sets up. But still watching it for a potential little short scalp for this overextension. Wait, what happened to his lotto? Did it rip? No way. It's already up 50%? No way. Ah. What? No way. Let me go check Google. Yeah. I mean, nice ripper, nice bounce from right here to right here. Not bad. All right, watch this 10-minute on Q's. Let me send this chart out real quick. Q's definitely looking a little bit more weak than SPY. So I like Q's for the short, those 555s. It's looking good. Where are these contracts sitting at? I still got the alert ready. Ooh, they were at $1.90. Now they're at $1.92. And now they're at 186. They just jumped. QQQ just got wicked. They're still around the same price. Still back and forth around the 190. So if it can set up a bearish setup up here and close underneath that level, I like it. SPY just popped up, made a new high. Look at Vol D. See, look, that pullback right here, still cruising higher. In the zero line right here on tick, look, it just ripped off of that. Look at that. So it is still very, very strong. Very strong trend. I mean, all the calls are paying. Apple's about to hit it. I just checked the Weeble. It's about to hit it. Come on. Dude, freaking do it. Do it, Apple. Do it. Just want to see Apple go absolutely parabolic. Just ripped a freaking 220. All right, they're still holding Qs. Just consolidating right above the level. SPY, ripper candle. Look at tick. Vol D just made new highs. Heat map, very, very green. I like that Q's is weaker than SPY right here for going on the QQQ short for those 555s for Monday. I do. Candle's going to close in about 30 seconds, and it's not closing where I want it to enter in just yet, so still just going to watch it. SPY is on a tear. When rug pull, there won't be, there's no rug pull. No rug pull. No rug pull. I think any short trades will just be scalps to retest areas of support or the moving averages, and then buyers are going to step in and then continue the trend and buy the dip. No rug pull. Unless something comes out. Unless something drops, some kind of news comes out or whatever it is. Until then, Any trades will you show due today? New trades? I mean, probably not unless I see a little intraday setup here on Qs for this potential short. Other than that, Apple calls, been talking about that. The airlines that were looking strong at the open, just kept screaming about those, and those ripped 40%. So, I mean, been screaming and talking about all these freaking things going higher, and they all did and hit targets. And now these ones are still up 35%, and the others are up 38%. So, woohoo. I mean, it's kind of un-American to short SPY going into 4th of July, right? Like, it's just long. You just have to be long. It's un-American to be short right now. You can't be short right now. You have to be long. America. Right? All right. We're going to get into some educational things real quick. I'm going to talk about one of the top things. Who in the hell just hit my door? We're going to talk about one of the top things that everybody needs to understand. America. look at that. Look at that. I love the premium Discord. All right, make sure the live stream's still working, still going. All right, we're good. I want to start, but at the same time, I feel like the second I do, I'm gonna miss QQQ. Like, I feel like it's gonna come down here, and then it's gonna rug real quick on the smaller time frame. Wick down here, I'm gonna miss it, and then it's gonna rip straight back up. I'm gonna be like, damn it, I missed it. But I love the setup for the short on Qs. I love this setup for a short on QQQ. CRM, a good spot to hold at this. I mean, I don't know. Like, are you in a current trade, or are you like trying to get into the trade? Pullbacks will be shallow. I absolutely agree. I think any pullback, like if Qs loses this level and it pulls back to right here, I think it would bounce and then just go make new highs. I think that's all it is. I think all the pullbacks are just going to be retests for buyers to get in. So if you're going to short, it's quick and then buy the dip, long it, go to new highs. I think that's kind of how we're setting up for the day. So, all right, IWM, dude, IWM's the best. It's playing a little bit of catch up right now. It's actually in a 15-minute squeeze. Trying to curl upside, hasn't fired yet. So, IWM was on watch at 217.40. I don't think it's on watch at 223. We ripping? SPY still is. Qs is not. Qs is not ripping right now. There's a divergence going on right here. I mean, these charts are completely opposite of each other. Like, look at SPY right here, these last little bit. Look at Qs right here. There's a divergence going on. It's so un-American. You can't You can't go into 4th of July weekend and think about being short. It was a swing long everything. I mean, it was just as easy as that. Swing long everything. So, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to talk about the most simplest freaking thing that everybody needs to understand. And I have a small, like, educational packet or document. It's a PDF file that kind of just everybody can get this if you want and be able to save it to review at a later time. But I'm going to set an alert real quick on cues if it breaks underneath this level. Add alert on QQQ at this level. That way I just know if it starts to break down. So what we are going to talk about is support, resistance, and supply and demand zones. That is the most easiest, most simplest strategy out there, and is absolutely the best strategy in my opinion. It shows you where buyers are present, where sellers are present. You can identify that. It helps you with your entries and your exits for your trades. It's very simple, easy as that. What'd Frank just say? What Frank? Oh my goodness! Look at Gladiator. look at these Lotto Fridays for Gladiator right now. Oh my god! All right. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start talking about this. Support, resistance, supply, demand is the easiest thing everybody can learn. So take off every single indicator on your chart. You don't need any of this shit. You need absolutely no indicators on your chart to do this. All right. So we're gonna talk about IWM here for a second. So support, resistance, supply, and demand is all that you need. And this is what we're going to do. So look at IWM. I mean, it's getting a nice move right here. Look at yesterday. Look at the previous day, right? Now look at these two beautiful moves to the upside, okay, on IWM. What you want to look for are reoccurring areas where you see big reactions happen on the stock. So whether it's upside, downside, so it's either rejections, right, or bounces. You want to see repetitive reactions at the same spots, right, over and over again. That means it's very important. Look at this ripper right here on IWM, upside. Look at this ripper right here, IWM upside. Do you notice something? Where it started? Right here. And right here. So mark this level right here, okay? We're going to mark 217.40. Does everybody see this? All right, very simple, right? Okay. This is your support, right? This is going to be your demand, right? So now I'm going to show you something pretty simple and pretty easy and pretty cool on how this shit works, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out. And I'm going to go back left, and we're going to go this way. Now, the stock is going to be underneath this price point. At some point in time, we're going to see IWM come up to this level right here, and it's going to reject it and get a big reaction to the downside. That confirms as well that it is a very important and key area. So when it's underneath of it and it comes up here and it hits it and it gets a hard rejection and sells back off, you need to identify that. Later on in time, when it breaks above this level and it holds above it and gets a big reaction off of it, comes over here again, retest it, bounces, big reaction off of it, 100% telling you you were correct. This was a big spot. So now watch this. What'd I just say? Draw these arrows, move them over here. Look. Oh, alert on QQQ. Hold up, pause. Pause the education. Pause the education. Wow, those QQQ puts, they were at $1.90. Now they're at $1.98. A little bit of green. If I would have got that cheaper entry, they're at $1.97 right here. Retesting this spot right here. SPY is still looking very strong. Vol DQ, Vol D still pushing higher. Tick coming down to the 0 line. VIX is still trying to push up. We got a lot of divergences going on right here. Go to the 5 minute. All right. This is either bounce and go to a new high, or it fails and it flushes. Hold up. All right, I got the alert ready. Got the contracts pulled up. They're at $1.95 right here. QQQ 555 push July 7th. Counter trend scalp short down to the 21 EMA. I like it. All right, I'm in. I'm not in it for a long time. I'm not in it for a long time. If it gets a big reaction off this and bounces straight back up, I'll be out, but I want to see it break down here. Counter trend trading. It's never fun. Counter trend trading sucks so hard. It always sucks. But I love doing it. I'm not going to lie. I love counter trend trading. I love it. I love counter trend trading. I mean, we're so far extended. This is the first time it's actually hit the 9 EMA since the 940 candle. I mean, this is absolutely 100% a bounce spot, and I'm front running this because we have not lost or closed underneath this level. But I would love for it to retest the 21 EMA and go long. But in order for that to happen, it needs to pull back. So let's see if they hold it, rip it off it, stop me out real quick. I'll lose a few bucks, or if it can go down and hit the 21 EMA, and then I'll scale out of the short, take profit, and then look to flip long. Tick underneath the 0 line. Nice. Come on. Give me just a little pullback. Give me just a little pullback. CRM is looking like a bull flag here on the 5 and 10 minute. It just got a nice bounce off the 21 EMA. Apple rejected the top of that zone, missed it by 4 cents, and it just hit the 21 EMA. If Qs bounces off this 9, it's going to form a bull flag, and it's just going to go higher. I'm down $5 on my contracts. Ooh, $4 on my contracts. Ooh, $2 on my contracts. $1. Let's go. I'm down $1 per contract. Come on. Just give a little pullback down to the 21. Trim out the short and then go long. You can do it. Because I can tell you one thing. I'm not freaking going long up here. Oh, they held above it. Technically, I should close, and I'm down $5 per contract for a small loss. Technically, I should close. Am I going to? No, I'll wait another 5 minutes. I still want to see more. I want to see this VIX pop up here. I want to see the tick go lower. I want to see Vol-D and Vol-DQ pull back. I want to see SPY and Qs just give a nice pullback to retest the 21. But they're holding. Damn, Casey, soon you won't be able to afford lunch. I know. I'm down $8 per contract. Dude, it's looking like they want to freaking form a bull flag off this 90 MA and just send it straight back to the highs. But there's no way I can look at QQQ on the 5, 10, 15, 30 minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. Every single one of those time frames, it's overbought. And there's no way I can freaking try long up here. Risk to reward is so much better to go for the short first and then buy the dip until proven otherwise. And that's what I'm shooting for. All right. While I'm waiting to see what's going to happen over here, let's go ahead and talk about this, though. I'm more worried about this. So, this is absolutely perfect. This is all you need in life to trade. I'm telling you, this is all that you need in life is right here. And then this is called an SR flip, okay? This is called an SR flip when this happens. So, big reaction over here back on Friday. It hit this level and it sold off. Big reaction straight to the downside on IWM, right? It's not until it breaks above it, right over here, breaks above it, holds above it, big reaction, ripper upside, right? Let me go to the 15 minute. It might make it look a little bit. Let's go to the 10 real quick. Yeah, 10 minute looks good. Here we go. There we go. 10 minute looks fantastic. Here we go. What's Q's doing? Stalling. That's good. So let me get a screenshot of this right here. So this is all that you need in life. I'm telling you. And this is recent. This is Friday, and then SR flip happened on Tuesday. It confirmed it again, gave another retest on Wednesday, and now IWM is all the way up here. This is absolutely gorgeous price action. This is all that you need to understand at first. Take every indicator off your chart. Take off VWAP, 921 EMA, MACD, RSI, any algo, buy, sell, none of that shit. Take all of that off. You don't need any of that. When you start trading and you need to build your solid your foundation for trading, you just need to understand big reaction areas like this of support, resistance, supply, and demand. When this happens, it will tell you where buyers are present, where sellers are present. Because look, you see right here where IWM bottomed out? You see how it got a big reaction right up here? Look what happens if you would have marked this area. Right here, mark it. Look what happened the next day. When it came back down, and it retested that. Right? This is all the market is. The market is nothing more than buyers and sellers going back and forth, overtaking big areas. Somebody wins, somebody loses. When they do this and they do these SR flips, it just goes from one to the other. So down here, this was your support and your demand, right? this up here was your resistance and your supply until the SR flip happens. When the SR flip happens, you have a new area of support and demand. Your resistance got flipped into support. It breaks out of this range and it goes higher. Now you have your support and demand. Now you have to find your resistance supply above. And then you do that over and over again. So now you have this spot right up here. Big reaction to the downside right here. Rips it to the upside. It actually consolidates back and forth right here. And then it goes higher. This is all the market is just doing this over and over and over and over again. And that's all it is. It's bulls and bears. And you'll see at some point in time, the bulls give the bears the middle finger and they rip through that zone, they overtake it, and then they take it up to the next zone above. Bears step in, they slap it back down. Now they battle. They battle the zone that the bulls overtook down here, and now where the bears are waiting up at the highs. Now we're battling in this area back and forth until somebody wins. The bears either win, reclaim this zone again, and it goes lower, or the bulls continue to fight, go back up here where the bears are now sitting, they overtake that zone, and they go to the next. That is all the market is. It is back and forth, back and forth. This is the most simplest and easiest thing to chart and to trade on any stock, on any time frame. This is literally all you need. And I have a PDF file that explains this more in depth, and I can I'll put that on my timeline here in just a second and send that out. Gladiator playing with house money today. What's he doing? Did he send another one? He did 3 lottos. He did Google 50%. He did Dell for, what's that, 30%? He did HIMS for what, 30, 40%? He just did 3 lottos back to back to back. All right, SPY, new high a day. Q's about to stop me out, make a new high. How much am I down? $14 per contract. Looking like a flag off the 9. If it closes back above right there, then I'll be out. Look, they held the 0 line. VIX is not going higher. Valdi and ValdiQ still pushing. Is worth a shot. Worth a shot. Still hasn't stopped me out yet. We haven't made the new high. But this is all that you need, is this right here. Casey, did you record that last 3 to 5 minutes? Everyone should follow it. Yes. The live stream is recorded and saved on X and my YouTube. It's the reason why I wanted everybody to like and repost it, because it automatically will save to my timeline. So this entire session, as of right now, it's going to be saved onto my X profile, and it's going to save this video on my YouTube channel. So yes, it is 100% saved. And yeah, I think this is, again, the most easiest freaking thing. When you can identify and do this on Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, Apple, SPY, Qs, IWM, this is how you catch the big moves to go from level to level, from zone to zone, and not just like sit here and, like, scalp little things for 5, 10, 15, 20%. I mean, 20% I think is fantastic, but when you can catch these moves right here that are going to pay 50 to 100%, and you're closing majority, and then you're in runners, and if it goes 200-300%, I mean, it's just stress-free, easy money. Those are the trades that you want to take. And these trades as well, when you see these reactions that happen, they offer low risk, higher reward setups. So like over here, for example, on IWM, right? When you identify this supply Or sorry, I put supply. That is 100% incorrect. That is support. Whoopsies. I gotta redo the screenshot because I absolutely said that wrong. Or typed that wrong. Alright. What's Q's doing? Nothing. So this is what I mean. And if you don't know your risks and reward before you enter into a trade, then you shouldn't have taken the trade. If you don't know where you would sell it for a loss or where you would sell it for a gain, you should have never put the money out in the market in the first place. It's just my opinion. But if you identify this area right here, this big bounce on IWM showing you that buyers are present, and this is support, this is your demand zone, when that area gets retested right here, and you see this nice green candle that comes in for the reaction, right? You know where your resistance is, right? So right here. So look, you know where your resistance is. It's this high up here. This is where the bears are because this is where they sold it back down. So if you're in calls down here off the support where the buyers are present, if it closes underneath and loses that area, it's a loss. Stop out, right? Bears are winning. They're going to overtake that, take it lower. But where do you want to take this for a gain? You want to take it to the next level of resistance or your supply zone. And you want to be looking up to that area to be taking your trims because that's where the bears are waiting because this is where they slapped it last time and they sold it off. So when it comes back up here to the resistance, that previous resistance, that supply, that's right here, this is where I know I should be taking some of my profit. So for this trade, risk to reward is about 3.9. So let's just say it's 4. So if you put $1,000 into this trade, right, if it goes down here, say you'll lose $100. You'll be out minus 10%. It is what it is, right? If you hold that position up to your full target right up here, then your reward be 4 times greater than that loss. So you're going to lose $100 potentially for a reward of 400. Usually by this point right here, I lock in half my position. So I would lock in, say, $200, and then I move a stop to entry. By doing that, and this is just something that I do, and it's just not advice, it's just my opinion how I manage it. If I sell half my position up here, right, if it pulls all the way back and stops me out at entry, that means my overall risk to reward ratio got cut in half to 2, which means I risked losing $100 to make $200, right, no matter what. And that's a good trade in my book. That's minimum. I like to do a minimum of around 2 reward for a 1 risk. If it continues to rip above that, now we're just putting more fuel in the fire. Now we're going 4, 5, 6, 10x, right, on this trade. And you just let your runners run. And then you risk losing that $100, and now you're going to be trimming out up here. You're all out for, say, 100%, but you trimmed along the way. Your average profit on that, say, was maybe a 6 reward for your risk. So I'm going to make $600 on this trade. For $1,000 investment of these call options on IWM. So Q's is above the level. I'm about to take a loss. I'm down. Come on, Weeble, recognize my face. Recognize my face. There we go. I'm down $25 on my contracts. My loss right now is 12%, which is amazing. No rug pull. There's no rug pull today. I don't think so. That's un-American. RSI is at 89. SPY is cruising. Tick just got slammed back down under the 0 line. Q's did not close above the stop. It wicked above it. Woo, now I'm only down 9.75%. Woo! Oh, shit. I didn't activate the discount code. Give me a second. I had this on the stream the whole morning, and I never freaking activated it. I'm glad somebody said something. All right, 3, 2, 1. I sincerely apologize. Holy shit, that's been going on this live stream all freaking morning, and I never went and activated it. I was managing all the swings at the open. I was just getting so excited. Okay. All right, I just started that 4th of July sale right there. 40% off code July. There is 40 spots available for 40% off absolutely whatever you want. If you want to use it on the mastermind class that I just hosted, get the recording and get to attend all future mastermind classes that I teach, you can use it on that. If you want to join the premium Discord and do the one-time lifetime thing, get 40% off, one and done deal, absolutely. If you just want to do the monthly and get 40% off, you can do that as well. But there are 40 spots open. I tried earlier and it wasn't working. He just said he activated. Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. That one's on me. Rivian's waking up. CRM, new high of day. Who just texted me saying, do you have some time to chat? I don't have the number saved. Here, I'm going to read their number out. Everybody can send them a text message and ask them if they have time to chat. Ready? All right. Their phone number is... No, I'm just kidding. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Dude, they're playing. They're playing with my stop right here. I just wanted to get a short scalp and go long, but I can't do it. It's too American. The market is too American. There's headlines coming out right now from Financial Juice. I won't ever usually let a trade on a small account go more than minus 15%. It's going to put these contracts around 165. They're at 170. So they're almost there, but hasn't hit yet. I'm going to find that post that talks about all of this real quick. I'm going to put it on my timeline. And for the ones that want that educational document, that file, the post will show you how to get access to it. So you have to go to X. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put it on my timeline. Everyone should be able to find it. All right, I just reposted it. It should be at the top of my profile. Someone said CRM. Is it doing the diddly? There goes Q's. All right, it's about to hit my stop. CRM doing it yet? There it is. Come on, she's trying. She's peeking her head over. She's playing peekaboo. 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 Let me get this posted right here. Michelle. Let's go, Michelle. All right. Just like, repost, comment, learn. And I will DM it to you. All right. All right, here's the screenshot on my X profile right here of that IWM chart. So I just put the tweet out right here, just teaching all this on the live stream today. Get the full free educational file. Just like, repost, comment, learn, and I will DM it to you. So go ahead and do that. I will go through that later on today. I'll send you that full document, and everyone can have access to that. It just goes more into depth about supply and demand zones, and then areas of support and resistance, and how you can use that on any time frame, any stock. Make sure you check this out. Is Apple trying to go? Are these calls printing yet? I mean, they're already printing. Are they printing even more? Small account's going to take a little bit of a hit today if QQQ continues to go higher. Oh, it's pulling back. I'm still alive. Oh, that's a nasty candle on SPY. What's Apple doing? Oh, it's going for the level again. She's trying. Apple going to try to go to the level. Yep. It's trying. Uh-oh. Q's. These contracts at? They're at $1.72. They're just chilling. Nothing. SPY just retested the 9. Dude, we have not hit the 21 EMA all day. Vol D just got a nasty red candle right there. Tick just went below the 0 line, but VIX is not moving. I mean, you got a lot of divergence. See, look at this candle. Oh my god. SPY and Q's kind of just chilling. That's a nasty candle on the tick and Vol D right there. Vol DQ is not getting the candle. So now it looks like SPY potentially wants to lead a little bit of weakness to the downside. It did get a little bit more of a drastic red candle than Q's did, but it's been incredibly stronger. All day. All right, Apple. You gonna enter into this thing and just freaking rip it or what? What are you doing? Still up 35% on Apple. About to close the rest of American Airlines at entry after the profit trim. UAL and Delta, those are still up freaking about 30%. Those ones are still running and still good and holding a lot more value. AAL is always the lagger. Go, Apple, go. Go, Apple, go. What tick does close at? Minus 55? Is that the first? No, the other ones today were... no. Those other ones were a little bit lower, but... still holding. Amazon recovering well. I mean, I'm long Amazon with some lottos for August for Prime Week next week. So I have a lot of profits to play with from Amazon, Google, and Apple over the last week. Google's still looking pretty explosive here, especially on the 30-minute. I believe it's in a squeeze on the 30-minute. It is indeed in a squeeze. It is in a medium compression squeeze as of right now. Looking like it wants to just rip up. See, look, now it's funny. If SPY drops down to the 21 EMA, it's still above that level. So now it's going to line up with an SR flip and 21 EMA support. So looking for a short down to there, but then go long there. That's looking good. That would be fantastic. Someone said taking a small short on SPY with Tesla profits. Nice. I hope your trade goes green. I hope you get paid nicely on your Amazon, or sorry, on your SPY puts. I'll just scrolling through Amazon. Apple freaking wicking at that same level again. Let's see if you can get this red candle on SPY for your puts. We need something comparable to Valdi and Valdi Q for IWM. That would be nice. Uh-oh. Let's see if Tango in the Discord is gonna catch a move on SPY here below the 9 EMA for the first time today for these puts. Can the short work out here? Is it gonna break the 9 EMA for the first time? Tick's going a little lower. VIX is not ripping. Valdi Q still moving higher. Valdi just kind of hanging out up here. I mean, it did get that nasty red candle, but let's see. This will be interesting. Bow chicka bow bow. Oh, I think that would be the first candle wick of the day, no matter what now, underneath the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. Oh, is it going to do it for us? Is it going to do it for you, Tango? He took some Tesla profits and grabbed the puts there. Let's see if it can do it. Oh, look at the SPY volume that just came in. 1.6 million SPY volume just came in on this candle. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Watch them send it off this 9 EMA. Watch them buy this dip. Just straight down to the 9, and then they're going to rip it to high of day. And just go make a new high. That is the first candle to close underneath the 9 EMA. On the 5-minute. Valdez moving a little bit lower. Tick's moving lower. VIX is moving lower. Usually you want to see VIX moving higher. So, I don't know. A lot of wonky stuff going on right now in the internals. Something's not adding up. Look at that. Someone just purchased access to the mastermind recordings and all the future classes. I just got your notification. Dizzy. I did. I'm going to go ahead and give you access to the mastermind recordings right now. Dizzy, if you're watching the stream, I see you just requested access to the recording session from March. Make sure if you go to the mastermind channel in my Discord. The most recent one is from a few days ago on 6/28. Make sure you request access to that one as well. Same class. So the other one has a part 1 and part 2, because when I use my AirPods and they die halfway through, it cuts it into 2 different ones. The most recent one's just one full video. So I'm actually gonna go to the mastermind channel right now and just, where's that? Right here. Where is it at? Right here. All right. Did I pin it? I did pin. All right. Reply. Request access to the most recent mastermind class with this link above. Check. All right. Oh, whoa, Tango. The Poots. The Poots. Are your SPY puts moving? I don't know. It's a very small move so far, but I don't know if you took like 0 days or anything. Would like to see more downside on SPY and Qs. Would love to see SPY drop down to a 625 area. Go hit that 21 EMA at least. There you go, Dizzy. I see it right here. I just got your notification for requesting access to that most recent mastermind recording, and I'm accepting it right now. Boom. There you go. Q's little upper wick. See, look, now the 21 EMA is going to be back at that spot, and that's going to line up with SPY too. Like, I think that's going to be... I think you can get a little short off right here to come down, and then buyer step in and just send that freaking thing back up to the high. Oh, what did Gladiator do? Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Look what Gladiator just sent in the Discord. Those are big contracts. Interesting. I mean, rolling into lunch, wouldn't be surprised if we like tick back above the 0 line if we kind of stall out for a little bit, but Q's just chilling right near it. SPY still holding the 9. What's CRM doing? CRM! There's that bull flag right there I was talking about. And it finally broke above the area. Now you want to see it hold. And you want to see that bad boy just rip. come on, SPY. Pull it back. Gladiator un-American as fuck. Couldn't help myself. Took QQQ longs earlier. Now I'm done. I promise. Up 26% on the account for the week. Great job. Yeah, CRM's looking good. I would love to see SPY freaking finally pull back to get a good long entry in, but I can't. Not up here, I can't. I want to see you pull back. Pull it back, pull it back. Look at all these people that took Datadog. Oh, the stop hit on Qs. I just checked the notification in the Weevil account. Well, the small account challenge took 1 loss today. The main account challenge took 5 wins today. They're going higher. All I wanted was nothing more. All I wanted was a small short and then flip it long. That's all I wanted to do. That's it. I didn't want to do anything else. How are all the other positions looking? Amazon's good. UAL's back up 33%. American Airlines out. Apple still up 20s. Delta Airlines still up 27. Solid. Five wins and 1 loss today. Oh, Tango took a minus 10% on the SPY. It's alright, I took a minus 15% on the Qs. I lost $150 on that trade. Actually, I think I lost just underneath that. Let me see how much I lost on that trade. No, I was right. 147. I was right on the money. They won't let me get a short retest to go long. Poop. Does anyone have access to the mastermind section? Do you need to purchase to be able to request the recordings? You have to purchase access to the mastermind. And then once you do, and it takes you to my Discord, it gives you the mastermind role, and it unlocks those private channels. So you'll see 2 channels in there. One has the chat room for the mastermind recording, where the links are posted at, and then there's a live stage section for Casey Trey's live mastermind, and that's where I go live and stream whenever I'm teaching the live mastermind course. Just pull it back down here so shorts can get paid a little bit, and then we'll freaking long you. I promise I will. Well, not now, because you stopped me out of it. Oh, Vol D Ripper candle, back upside. Look at that. Vol D Ripper, Vol D Q Ripper, Tick Ripper. You see what I meant by this morning, where when the internals have been trending above the 0 line all day, it's just look for dips to go long. That's, I mean, 90% of the freaking time lately. I mean, this just been how it's working out. Every time it's trending above the 0 lines, just look to get long. We can't give a freaking back test since the Ripper at the open for me to get long, and I'm not buying near the freaking highs. There's not enough momentum that would pay the calls. This was the only decent move right here. Ever since we entered up into about this spot right here, I mean, it's very slow back and forth. There's no really big gains to capture on the options chain just yet. It needs to pull back down here, and then you get the long, and then you'll take it to a new high of day. That will give you, whoopsies, if I can get the entry along here, put a stop underneath it on VWAP, and if it goes to a new high of day, that's going to give me a 3 to 4 risk to reward. That's what I want to do. But it won't let me do it. It won't set up for me. You can't force it. Where's Apple? Because I got to jump off here in like 20 minutes. Apple, oh my goodness, just enter into the gap and pay me. Been killing it on RTY yesterday and today. For those that don't know, RTY is the futures version of IWM. Dip my toes into GC gold. And that thing, dude, gold, we'll never touch it. We'll never touch gold again. It's wild. I did it one time. Dude, I remember I took a trade on gold like after entering into the trade on gold. I think I instantly went down like $300 to $400, and then it popped back up and I made like $200 to $300, and it happened within like less than 30 seconds, I swear. And I was not educated on how volatile gold was and how the futures, how the ticks moved on that. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. All right, I think we have to draw the rocket ship on Apple. And then I'll go. Get on the rocket ship, Apple. I highly doubt Apple like breaks above 215 and closes above there by end of day. But if it does, that'd be fantastic. You gotta think market closes in like an hour. For those that don't know and that just got freaking shocked when I said that, yeah, market closes in an hour and 20 minutes. If you did not know that. But if Apple does hold above 215, dude, let's go. I'm swinging those calls still. I'm still swinging my 220s. I want them to go in the money. The amount of trades in the last week I've gotten in the money is insane. Amazon, Google, Pepsi, PayPal. Dude, look at Amazon right now. Look at this curl. My name is Jeff. Look at this curl on Amazon right here. Dude, it's another one. Just, I told you I'm in the calls. I told you I'm in the calls. Prime week is next week. I'm swinging my Amazon calls. Go! Is they a rate you look for? And is there a rate you look for? I don't understand your question, unfortunately. I'm sorry. My name is Jeff. Do you trade stocks as well or mostly options, and how long is the discount code for? I'm going to leave the discount code open until Monday. No, I do trade stocks as well. Here, I'll show you guys the premium Discord real quick. I trade stocks on just about everything. I have stocks. I bought the April dip on a lot of names like NVIDIA. I bought NVIDIA shares in April. I'm up 65%. I bought Tesla shares, TSLL, Amazon. I bought SoFi in the 12s. I actually just took my first trim in my IRA on SoFi, over $18 on that one. But let me see. Let me go here. And AMZU is another one I'm up big on. Let's see. See if I can show you guys the Discord. Boom! All right, here's the Discord. All right. Let's go right here. All right. Right here. So you guys should be able to see this right here. This is SoFi. You will see 2 months ago, I bought 100 shares of SoFi in my IRA on Webull. I have a small little IRA that I like to trade myself on Webull. It's like 10 grand in it right now. And I bought just about $1,300 worth of SoFi shares in that account 2 months ago. And you'll see that position hit about 40%. So ripped over 18 bucks and was up 40%, around $400. Not bad for a little investment for 2 months. And I decided to close a quarter position size right there. So if I scroll up here, give me 1 second. Bought some Oscar on a dip still. Here's AMZU. Like I said, it's another one that I'm up big in. Here's SoFi. It was up 35%, and then I can click this and I'll show you where I took entry right here. So right here is where I took entry. I bought some AMZU shares at 26. Here's one from a long time ago. So look, this is where in April I bought the dip. Look at my average right there on NVIDIA, right? Bought 25 shares in NVIDIA and average down there at $90, right? Got Rivian in the 12s. I got TSL down there as well. I started buying TSL around $8. Bought Amazon shares at 170 and bought Tesla on the dip down into the 250s. Obviously, Tesla went well back above 300. Amazon is at 223. NVIDIA from 90 to 160 now, right? All of those names, I have put in my long-term account right inside here. Here's TSLL up 50%. I'm trying to find here. We all talk about this. TSLL, here we go. Look, I bought TSL about 100 shares at $7.24. This went well over 100% shortly after. I bought these at $7.24. They went to 16 bucks. And then by owning 100 shares, right, you can sell covered calls and cash secured puts. So you sell these options over here, make a little extra money on the side as your stocks are just like ripping higher. Yeah, look, here's TSLL being up freaking 90% on some of these. Right here, here's some alerts of me selling cash secured puts and covered calls. Let's go back to April real quick. Here you go. I bought some more shares in NVIDIA right here. Look at this. Look at that fill. Look at that fill in April on NVIDIA. Adding shares in my Webull IRA right there. $85. And now NVIDIA's at 160. Look at that. Let's go. So, to answer your question, yes, I do trade shares. I trade just about everything. Why is QQQ going up? Because it's 4th of July weekend. It's America. Do you ever have problems with your Watt billing? I was in another Discord, and after the first month, it charged me full price. Nor the server owner could take care of the issue. So it depends. So like So and this is a great example. The 4th of July code right here, it's 40% off, right? If you purchase the monthly, right, it's a reoccurring subscription. It's a monthly subscription, right? If you use the 40% off, it's going to take 40% off your purchase for your first month, right? It's not 40% off every single month. It's not 40% off the month of July, August, September, October, every single year or every single month after that for the rest of the year, right? So just like anything else that has like a sale that's going on, you go into the store, it's 30% off, right? You come in 2 months later, right? That 4th of July sale is not there. You can't buy the same product again and tell them, hey, you had that sale like 40% off like 2-3 months ago, like, and I bought one then, I want another one now. They're gonna be like, kick rocks, dude. So that could be something that happened, unless it says like, and WAP will tell you too with a discount code. So I do have a discount code, a separate one for premium, for $50 a month reoccurring. It takes it from $69.99 down to $50 a month for life, and it will say all payments on the transaction at the end screen, right? It will say that on every single one, all payments. If it doesn't say that, it's not every single month. So that could be something that happened. So use the discount code. It will take it off for your first month, 100%. But then the next month, when it renews, it will be whatever the normal full price was. So that could be something. Got it. Yep. Hopefully that answered your question. Glad to help. What's Q's doing? Ripping. SPY. Ripping. Q's looking stronger. Amazon's looking stronger, which is good. Someone said Apple eyes. Here we go. There's the test. There's the test. There's my level. That starts the zone. Someone said they just trimmed Apple calls. Let's go. Great job. Just hit that target. That starts it right there. It's a great trim spot. First trim. Great job, TJ. Nice job. It's a great trim spot. Because if it breaks this, it enters into the gap. So I absolutely love it right here for a trim spot for these calls. Great job. What are we up right now? Amazon pulled back a little bit from this morning, but we're still looking good. Obviously, AAL pulled back. The other ones are up 27%. Apple calls are at 188 here from 130. Still sitting up about $744 on the day. How do I show you guys that? Here we go. Whee! Oh, $751 on the day. Will that work? See if this works. I know it's white, but it says account P&L. Will it show it? Oh, there we go. $751 on the day. I just refreshed. Now I'm down $745. I lied. I just lost $6. What the fuck's going on? What's going on? I don't like it. Oh, we're back up. Come on, Apple. You can do it. Put your back into it. Someone said IWM doing it. IWM's freaking fantastic. You took SPY 0 DTE calls. You know the market closes in an hour, right? Be careful with 0 DTEs when the market closes in an hour. I don't trade 0 DTEs. I don't understand why you would want to trade DTEs when you can just trade futures. Just get rid of the Greeks. Trade the price. Internal still strong. VIX going nowhere. Tick still positive. It's all looking good. Unless we see some kind of short setup come in, which, I'm not going to lie, that previous candle close right there does look a little bearish. If the red candle forms here and comes back down and closes at or underneath the 9, you could have an evening star, but then again, we're holding. Heat map still looking very, very green. Great trim spot there on Apple TJ. Great work. I'm going to jump off here in just a few. We get a bunch of people commenting and shit on that post. Yeah, nice. So I'll make sure to send out that file later on. We got 2,500 people here on the X live stream. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I guess another quick announcement. I am actually looking to partner with a new options flow service. So I got a message. I just went on X and I have an unread DM from that company. So, oh, look at Amazon. So stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna be partnering with a new options flow service. Their platform looks very, very nice. So I'm excited to try them out. So once I do, I'm gonna be making some more posts about that, and then see if I'll be able to. Oh, don't flip that. I'm just trying to rotate a little bit. I want it to be straight. Let me rotate it. Then see if I can get a discount code made. That way people want to also try out the options flow service. You can try it out and use a discount code. Oh, they sent me a link to sign in and gave me full access to use their platform. Let's go. So I'm going to get that set up. Come on, Apple. Don't do it. Don't do it there. Don't form the evening stars. Q's looks like... Look, everyone's already... Look, I just saw someone else said it. Potential evening star. I know. I know. So I said if that red candle comes down to the 9 EMA, that will be an evening star. Dude, I'd want to go short again. I'd want to short that. I don't know. Dude, internals are still strong. I don't know if I want to be the one to do it. I don't think I am going to do it. I already tried it once. Cost myself $150 on the small account. I'm not sure if I want to try it again, but it's looking promising. I love evening stars. I do okay with 0 TDs, but have to trade them almost like futures with very strict stops. Yeah. Very similar. I mean, 0 DTEs and futures. I'd just rather trade futures than 0 DTEs personally. Oh, Amazon's getting the wick. Apple's rejecting. Oh, man. Is it going to form the evening star for a short? Oh, the candle closes in 30 seconds and it looks like it's going to do it. Oh, shit. Am I going to try this again? If I go 0 for 2 on QQQ puts, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to be so pissed. Dude, but that's an evening star form. It's about to close in 10 seconds. Ooh. That is looking promising. That is looking very promising. I'd say that's an evening star. I'd say it's an evening star. All right, watch these QQQ 556 4 DTEs. They're at $1.79 right here. SPY still looks strong. But that does look like an evening star on Qs. I'm not doing the short. Fuck that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But that is an evening star. Will the indicator confirm that as an evening star? Let's see. Oh, it did. Oh. You gotta do it. No, I'm just kidding. Ah! What do I do? I have to short evening stars. You almost have no choice. It's almost un-American to not short an evening star. 9 times out of 10, next candle's red. 9 times out of 10, next candle's red. Ah! 9 times out of 10, next candle's red. Watch it just go down to the 9 EMA and then bounce. Fucking dump it. Dump it. Dump it. I'll buy it off the 9. Not a bad idea. Here you go. Evening star 9 times out of 10. See, this is where you don't trade 0 DTEs. This is where you just take that future short scalp straight back down to the EMAs, just like that. That's how I freaking love evening and morning star reversals as the best candlestick pattern of all time. There you go. Those contracts on QQQ 179 and 190. Oh, morning star. Or sorry, evening star. Gotta love them. Regardless, you gotta love them. There's your 9 EMA right there. So if you took the short, nice back test. If you want to go long, CJ, I mean, that could be the spot. But that was a beautiful little evening star right there. I knew the indicator was going to call that one. 30-cent move. That's all. I'm telling you, don't. Just take futures. Just take futures. Like on NQ, how many points could you catch off that for the QQQ evening star? Let's do some quick math. It's just the next candle is all you need for evening stars. That's it. I don't know how many points it was on NQ. Let's go see. NQ. Candlestick closed prior at 88. Went down to 78. So 10-point scalp. Was it 20? So $200 per contract on NQ for a quick 10-point scalp to the 9. Move a stop to entry to 88. If it hits, it hits. If it goes lower, let it go lower. It's still lower at 82, 81. But I'll tell you right now, usually evening stars and morning stars, they're not just scalps. They usually lead to a little bit bigger. But I mean, this has been a super strong trend today. So I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, until proven otherwise, it has been bought off the 9 EMA all morning long, right? But there was never a morning star, or sorry, an evening star at the high before any of the other times it tested. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a little bit of a scalp. It's a great scalp. But I think you catch a little bit more. Someone said, what is that morning star and evening star indicator on TradingView? What is the name of it and by who? Wouldn't you like to know, A-Rod? All A-Rod does is make sexual jokes towards me in my premium Discord. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to tell you who this indicator is by. So this was actually found by my YouTube manager, Liv. Morning and Evening Stars. That's the name of it. It is by this creator right here. PIOTRYORDANOV. Pio Tri Ordanov. Apparently, that's what that says. It is a beautiful indicator. So you can go here. You can customize like the doji size that you want it to be. If you want the doji size to be smaller or larger. I set mine to 0.25, and then you can change this filter. What the filter does, what does filter cutoff and doji size allows you to do is kind of customize like what size of a candle do you want it to produce to give you the signal. So I have it set to 5 and 0.25 for my inputs on it, and that usually signals good candlestick closes of morning stars and evening stars, to where 9 times out of 10, like I said, you get a morning star, 9 times out of 10 next candle's green. You get an evening star, 9 times out of 10 next candle's red. So you got a little evening star here at the high, 9 times out of 10, next candle's red. Those are the settings that I have. Oh my goodness, look at Premium Discord. A-Rod's laughing. Professional sexual harassment guru Michelle said, send them feet pics, A-Rod. A-Rod said, got it, Casey Trades. Thanks. Going to send you the nude pics right now. Let's go. Eggplant emoji. Please make those comments when he's sharing the screen of the Discord with the whole world. Dude, we have the best Discord community. Oh my goodness, we have so much fun. We literally sit on live stream every day, and we just chart, we trade, we make money, and we just crack jokes and like laugh with each other. Like the relationship that we have with each other in the Premium Discord, dude, is so much fun. Like it makes, like, you want to have fun when you're working, right? You want to have fun. You don't want to be just freaking stressed out and pissed all day long. Like, find a group of traders, find a community that you enjoy being around. When you go trade and make money all together, like, dude, it's the best freaking feeling in the world. It makes you like a better trader when you're around other ones as well. Being by yourself is the worst, I'm telling you. What we doing? I'm supposed to be off this live stream 3 minutes ago, but I'm tempted to see if we finally actually break under the 9 base off an evening star. Because everybody in the world should know that I love evening stars and morning stars more than almost anybody else. A-Ross said, and we have hot mamas in our Discord. That may or may not be true. Spy's chilling. 10-minute hanging man right here at the high that closed 13 cents under the previous one. I mean, it's not the best thing of Confluence, but that is a hanging man on a 10-minute. Again, and you have the QQQ 5-minute evening star right there. Look, there's another one. Look at that 10-minute. Look. 10-minute evening star 9 times out of 10. Next candle's what? Red. Right? Now it was just an instant dip buy for buyers and sent it straight back higher after that candle went red, closed right above the freaking... That's where I was looking for the short earlier, or that's where I took the short earlier, was right here. I wanted that short to close underneath of it, and I was like, I'm going to front run it, actually, because I wanted the contracts to be a little bit cheaper. I didn't want them to go over $2, so I bought them for $1.95. And then that actually closed over top of it on the 5-minute and the 10-minute. So that's where I was like, technically, I even said, I was like, technically, I should be out. And I was down, what? I think $3 or $4 a contract. And then I was like, no, we'll let it sit for a second. Amazon just consolidating right there. SPY, we'll see. I don't know. Baldy's taking a little bit of a turn. That's the most negative tick of the day? No. Yes, that was the lowest tick of the day. Right there, it went negative 501. That's the first one. Still holding the 9. Still absolutely holding the 9. CRM calls from 310 to $5. Great job. We love it in here. Casey is the GOAT. I appreciate you guys. I'm telling you, our Discord's the best. Our Discord's the absolute best. All right. Evening Star, little scalp down to the 9. CJ said he was going long off the 9, so. Hey, Rod. What are you guys talking about? Oh my goodness. I'm not saying those words on live stream. I'm not going to talk about that. You guys can do that. All right. I am going to jump off here. Market closes in a little bit, guys. Let me double check some positions. Amazon is still looking good. Q, SPY, everything's still holding. Fantastic. Valdi is taking a little bit of a turn. There's a bunch of freaking messages. Bunch of people commented learn on that file, so I'll be going through that later on. Don't forget, there's 40 spots for the 40% off code. Use that on whatever the heck you'd like. Completely up to you. Doing some management on the open positions. Everything's still looking good. Apples are still at 180. Airlines, the open ones are still up. UAL's back up 32%. Delta's up 25%. Still sitting up about $736 on the day. So not a bad way to end the week. We had an amazing freaking week. I haven't really been focusing on spying Qs this week. If you caught like some of the earlier moves, like right out of the gate, it's been fine on SPY Qs and IWMs for great moves. But larger time frame setups, in my opinion, they were on the individual names like your Pepsis, your PayPals, these airlines. CRM was a great one. Apple, Amazon, Google. I think Datadog. Oh my goodness, Datadog. There was just higher quality setups, and most of all of these trades, a lot of them went in the money. I think I sent a tweet out about it. I was like, this is like my record that I've had most trades go in the money within a week. I had 5 trades go in the money. Usually, that doesn't happen, and I had multiple trades that went easily plus 1 to 350%, just back to back to back, and we absolutely capitalized on that. The Snapchat one, the swing that I sent last week, and then the run up that it had for 200%, and then swinging runners, and those going 400% just about, like that was absolutely freaking insane. So still looking for a higher on Apple, still looking for a higher on Amazon, still looking for a higher on airlines, but I have stops in to where those trades will not go red and cost me money on the back end. So again, market closes here in 50 minutes. Just remember that. Internal's been positive, cruising up all day long. It's been a great trend upside. It's been a great no dip buys, honestly, just the opening pop, and there was no dip buys. All that little 9 right here to a new high was great, but I mean, it's been so overextended. I mean, so strong. Never gave me a chance to dip buy, so just had to manage everything else. So I'm jumping off here. And that's it for me. Just added the Morning Star and Evening Star. Thank you for that sauce, Casey. You're welcome. It's a great indicator. Sometimes it catches ones that you don't catch. Sometimes it doesn't catch the ones that you would consider morning and evening stars. Are all candlestick patterns going to be, like to the T, 100%, and how they're formed? No. You just got to kind of, it's your own opinion. What some people call things a hammer candle. Some people are like, nah, that's not really a hammer candle because look at the body on where it closed at. I mean, it's just how you identify it. But the morning stars and evening stars, they're very unique. It's the reason why I like them, and I think you can easily identify them, and they're very rare when they happen. And I love seeing them on larger time frames at the bottom and tops of downtrends. So just right before I go off, I talked about them on all the airlines, but Snapchat was a great one. Pepsi. Pepsi was a big one. I don't think Snapchat had one, did it? Did Pepsi or Snapchat have one? Yep, Snapchat had one too. So I'm telling you guys, this is what you freaking do. Morningstar reversal right here on a weekly chart. 9 times out of, so QQQ, right? Evening star, 9 times out of 10, next candle's red, okay? Morning star, 9 times out of 10, next candle's green. When you see this set up though on a weekly time frame, that means when it's on a weekly chart, intraday trading, when it plays out the next week, is a massive freaking move. So what did I do when I saw this forming? I took the freaking calls. I took 8.5s at $8. Look, I still have it drawn right here on the freaking chart. Right there. There's where it hit $8. And then look at the daily squeeze that happened right here. Ripped it straight to the upside. 850s. Go in the money here, and it continues higher, right? 5 minute down here where it hit and went around the $8 area, but weekly Morningstar reversal, right? Absolutely beautiful. This is how you can, and this is all I did for the last week. Higher time frame reversals. Pepsi, that's the last one before I jump off. Same thing. Go here, go to a weekly. Look, I still have it drawn on here, or sorry, daily. Right there. Morningstar reversal. At the very bottom down here, what did we talk about this morning? Supply and demand. Look, big reactions right here. Boom. They send this bad boy higher. Boom. They send this bad boy higher. You see a Morningstar reversal in a demand zone off support, right? These 3 candles combined are called a morning star. What did I do? I took calls. 9 times out of 10, next candle's what? Green. Boom. It hit target. Sell half. Move a stop up. What happened the next day? It freaking got the continuation that I wanted to see. Now the 100% trade just went 350%. Like, that is what I did for the entire last week. I did the exact same thing on multiple names on the daily and weekly time frames. That's all I did. And that's how I got 5 different trade setups to go in the money and caught 5 different trade setups that went 1 to 400% overall. I mean, that was literally all that I did. Just Morningstar reversals at the low off a demand and support and just rip it higher and then flip it, right? Evening stars at the highs at your supplier resistance. Do that. That's it. So I'm jumping off here, guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you all. For the Julys tomorrow, for those that are celebrating, be safe. I'm setting off a bunch of freaking fireworks in my neighborhood. We're going to have a blast. My neighbor went and got a bunch of fireworks from South Carolina, so we're going to have fun. So I'm going to put on a show for the kiddos out there. So be safe. Have fun. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't hold a firework in your hand, let it explode and lose your fingers. You can't trade if you don't have fingers, so what's more important, your trading career or showing a firework to somebody in your hand? So don't blow it up. You need your fingers to trade. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't drink and drive. Call an Uber. It's cheaper to call an Uber than to call a bail bondsman to get you out of jail. So just make smart decisions. Have a great holiday weekend, and I will see everybody on Monday. If you're in the Premium Discord, then I will see you here on the live stream Monday morning for another amazing week of trading with the Premium Discord.